America.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
I'm Vince.
I am Mia Bella.
And today, and together, we are making work. Well, so today is, I can't remember what day it is today, but anyway, I must say that we are tired. We were supposed to do this video live from Spain, but we forgot, and we ended up having an extremely long day. I've got nothing to say. Nothing interesting. Sorry. I've been flying for 9 hours. Been up for 24 hours. We ended up having an extremely long day yesterday, waking up, going to our flight.
Okay, can we just get to Spain, please? I don't think that's...
So, we're here now, very jet lagged, but we'd like to talk to you about the wonderful country of Spain. So, we just went for a week. We went to Spain. It was a birthday gift for Miss Mia Bella's mother-in-law and Mirka Prats. And that's where she wanted to go. She wanted to go to Spain. So we have some upcoming news that we're going to tell you about later on in the future. But we decided to take this trip to Spain, sort of a little bit randomly, and just go for a week. While we were in Spain, we visited Madrid, we visited Toledo, and we visited Sevilla.
And Aranjuez.
And Aranjuez. Those are the places that we went to. And
Aranjuez.
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 There you go. He's always correcting me, so...
So now she's correcting me. So, as soon as you get there, you're basically surrounded by very artsy people, a lot of people out doing street performing, a lot of people doing just very cool things that you don't really normally see. So I guess you could compare it to like a New York or something like that. But it's pretty cool what you tend to see. But also in Sevilla, as soon as we got there, I mean, we were surrounded by 20s and 30-something-year-olds in almost every restaurant that we went to. And that's a part that I thought was pretty cool. And you, Mia Bella?
So, of course I had a past life in Spain.
Like every other country that we go to.
No, okay, so one of my favorite things about Spain is how diverse it was, meaning that you went from Madrid, that is like this metropolis and very famous capital of Spain, to Toledo, which is like very enchanting, sort of like you feel like Knights Templar sort of movie or like a Dan Brown book in a way, and you're like, oh my god, I'm part of this super ancient town, to Sevilla, that is just very beautiful and classy and depicts like such a diverse architecture. So at least those are the things that I enjoy, not to mention food and wine, but he's gonna talk about that.
No, we'll get to all those things.
Yeah, so I think the diversity for me was sort of a highlight of Spain, which I'd love to go back soon.
Hopefully we're gonna go back soon. Yeah, because
you are.
It's pretty awesome.
You promise?
We really enjoyed it. I promise we'll be going back.
Anyway.
go to Toledo. Toledo is pretty incredible with sort of the ancient times and
Yes, it was very famous for the craft of armory back in the 1st century or something, 10th century. I don't know, I forgot. BC. I forgot the time. I always do that. So yeah, it's definitely a unique, once in a lifetime city. Like, you don't see that very often. At least I've never seen any city like that. So that was very enchanting to me. It was sort of like I felt like in a dream.
Oh, but they also had craft beer.
Oh yeah, see, so you see how diverse it is. You have like this ancient city that is like super duper old, but then you have like the most modern craft beer in the country. How do you explain that?
We're gonna throw a link to their website below.
Yeah, not to even mention like the cheese and the wine, which again, that's just standard procedure. You go to Spain, you're gonna have good cheese, good ham, good wine, you know. So
yeah, so one thing that I would say is also extremely unique that it was very surprising to us is, well, obviously we all know that the food and the wine there is incredible. Any restaurant that you go to, pretty much all the food that you eat is going to be great, and you just tell the waiter, vino de la casa, house wine, and it comes and it's some of the best wine that you've ever had. Way better. We're here in Miami, and it's much better than anything you get here in Miami, that you're not going to pay anything less than probably $60 for a bottle. When there it's well, what I'm going to get to, it's very cheap. The food and the wine in Spain is cheap. Everywhere you go,
yeah,
where we went.
Some tips, just like he said, vino de la casa all the time. Not to mention that if you speak a little bit of Spanish, it helps tremendously. But most importantly, the food. Please order tapas, because sometimes they have like tapas and then they have like the full ration. Oh my god, those people, I don't know. But if you order a full plate, you won't be able to eat it. So just stick to the tapas, people.
And it's not uncommon with I don't know, 2 people, for you to have tapas, a main course, and maybe 2 glasses of wine each, and your bill coming out to under $20.
Yes.
It's really incredible.
Yes.
Which is like Mia Bella said, that it definitely was one thing that surprised us, was how inexpensive. So if you like to eat and you like to drink and you don't want to spend too much money, believe it or not, Spain is the place to go. Madrid, Toledo, Sevilla, and Aranjuez.
There you go.
Super cheap. I'm talking like
we went to the oldest restaurant in the oldest restaurant in the Guinness record. Okay, and we ordered like full main courses, 2 bottles of wine, and it was $100, which is like a lot because that was our splurging, like sort of our date night. But even then, a course like that anywhere would be more than that.
So yeah, so real quick, if you're in Madrid, you have to visit this restaurant. The name of it?
El Sobrino de Botin.
It is literally the oldest restaurant in the world. It's from the 1700s. Something.
1725.
I forgot what it was. You walk in there, and you should get a reservation unless you did what we did, because we arrived at 7:30 p.m. And everybody in Spain does not eat until 10 or 10:30. So when luckily there were no reservations yet, and we just walked in, thankfully. So if you go early, if you're like a typical American, and you eat at a normal time, and you eat around 7:30, if you go there, you shouldn't have a problem. Depending on how many people, it was just the 2 of us, so that might have been a little bit easier.
Right.
But you walk in and they take you down these steps and you go sort of into like this dungeon, and you're surrounded by these brick walls, and it's super cool in there as opposed to when you're out there it's a little bit warmer, and cool as in the temperature wise. And it was just an amazing experience. We ordered the pig.
Yes, you gotta have the cochinillo, which is the pig, and I had the lamb, which I don't usually eat. Anyway, top notch, definitely recommend it.
God, it was so good. So delicious.
What else? I mean, I don't know. To me, Spain surprised me. I've always wanted to go, and one of my favorite things that I got to do too was share the trip with family, which was my mom and her best friend, which you know, it was refreshing since we always travel alone, so it was kind of cool to hang out with them.
And if we could introduce Annabelle's mother, the one and the only, Mirka
Prats.
She's one of a kind. She definitely kept us on our toes, and she kept us laughing the entire time.
Yes.
And we had a blast, and we're so happy that she had a blast as well. And we are looking to go back as soon as possible.
So if you're thinking backpacking like we did, and we actually planned this trip to South America because you thought that Europe was kind of expensive, definitely not what we experienced
Not
in Spain.
Spain.
I don't know about other cities. We'll have to find out.
We highly recommend going to Spain. It's pretty awesome. Hopefully you enjoy this video. Make sure that you subscribe below. We'd like to share our experiences with as many people as possible. We're going to basically list all the places that we went to below in the comment section. If you have any questions or if you have any ideas or anything like that, if you could please comment below. We'd greatly appreciate your feedback. And that's pretty much it.
Okay.
Thanks guys. Make it work. Bam!